let it down, not on our hands. Okay?
Well,
You guys got it?
okay.
Today's video, we're going to be working on the actual slide-out wall portions on bars. This is actually a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this because this is the whole project has been kind of planned around these slide-outs and actually seeing them operate and how they're going to work out. It's a blast. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how the end of the day is. I've got some help coming today to cut some metal for me. It'll be great. Okay, so we have the main wall sections done. The roof is pretty much done. So this is all complete. So what I have here is a big wide open space for the slide outs. And I have, of course, the mechanism all done underneath, but I've got to figure out how the wall is going to work and how all my gasketing system is going to be going together. A little bit of a head scratcher. That's why I cut my hair last night so I don't have anything to pull out. I think I might need every brain cell I have to figure this out and so it doesn't leak too bad. Notice, too bad. I don't have expectations of no leaks, just not major leaks. So one thought I have is to start on one side and get it figured out, and then all the mistakes I make on this side I can fix on the other side. Or I do the same mistakes on both sides so that they're uniform and consistent. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna tackle. Oh well. I think I'll start with this side. It's convenient and it's where the bunk beds are, so if it leaks the kids just get wet. 6 months ago or more when I was figuring this all out, I had it all in my head, and I luckily drew up my thoughts that I had compiled. So when I started the project again after being just on Corona vacation, it took me a while to figure out what I was doing, and I dug through my file and I found this piece of paper. So at least I have a reference point of what I was thinking when I designed it. Alright, so this basically is my whole gasket system. This is a piece of 1-inch angle iron. It'll be mounted to the edge of my wall. And then this is a gasket I bought off of Amazon. It has an expandable gasket, I should say compressible gasket on each side. And then it has this obviously flap to go back and forth against the wall. As it goes out, it'll bend one way, and then as it goes in, it'll bend the other way. And this is pretty tight. It's got some little grooves. I don't know if you can see that. Little grooves inside here that lock onto this one by one, just like so. And then that'll just mount to the edge here with some self-tapping screws. I've kind of made a system that I think will work, that if I have to service it or remove it, or hopefully not change design, I can do it. It gives me some options. But anyway, that's basically how it'll work. All right, first thing I'm doing here is I'm checking to make sure these are all lined up the same. I have these gears under here, these teeth, and I have to make sure they're all in the right cog so that this space is consistent. And it is when I weld on this member here. I want to make sure that there's not one tooth off on any one of these that's going crooked. Pretty hard to fix that. In fact, when I weld this piece on here, my main care for this whole entire thing, I have to be careful not to heat it up too much where it'll start warping and twisting this whole unit. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. What we're doing here, shine down here, is I've got my tolerance figured out in the end. I'm going to shim this between these two posts either side, and then I'm going to move this back and forth to exactly where I need it to go to be centered. I'm just going to tack weld it in a couple places on all three of these, and then we're going to try it and see how it works together. So as I was welding underneath, I took my hood off and I said, "It smells like burnt hair." Taz says, "What hair?" I don't have any hair to burn. Oh, look at my shirt. Could be burning holes in the shirt. You can't keep a good shirt. So we have a problem. We measured how square this was, and it's out of square. I'm not going to tell you how much. But enough that we need to build this whole thing out of square. And that is just we're gonna fight this forever, but there's just no way to fix it because those walls are set. And it's just a little bit on this one, a little bit on that one, and the two combined just throws it off enough we have to compensate. And we want it to look nice on the outside, little tiny reveal. So yeah, we're gonna fight it.
Slide it?
Ah! No, don't slide it first because I know what we're doing. Ow. It's heavy. But let it down, not on our hands.
Well, do it.
Do it.
I bet if we were only cutting the tops off, it would work better. Right here.
I gotta hold it. Okay. Hang off your side about. This is about the cut on top. Beautiful.
Tool belt on. Your gloves. So,
Yeah, a little more. There you go.
that sun is bright up.
Get that right there. So when the slide is in and out here, I want to make sure that these rivets line up across here. So right now, if I just follow my regular layout, they're off about 1/4 of an inch.
If you follow what?
Just the typical layout because of the slide out, so I have a little space at the top for clearance. So I've got
So you
to.
arrange all the measurements so it would match?
I'm trying to, yeah.
All the little measurements for the rivets.
No, we did compensate for it, and then I just made a different compensation. I should have measured up from the bottom because this is what we're sitting on.
You mean you overcompensate?
I overcompensate. That never happens. I said it's about $15 of rivets per sheet of siding.
Yikes.
All right, guys. Here's the plan. So we don't need the drill right now. What we need to do is we need to clear this out so we can lift this wall up and move it over. Oh, let's get the cords and stuff. Oh yeah. Oh. That's not bad. Okay.
Ooh,
Perfect.
thing you had that out.
Yep.
Whoa.
Careful. Keep lift.
We're all like,
Holding on there. Waiting for it.
scrape it on this wall.
Yeah, I'll have to go back on that one.
We've got a wall.
There you go.
Not officially up.
You guys got it?
Okay, yeah. We just, oh.
Oh,
Whoa.
pretty.
But it's hard to hold it when you go back and forth back.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go this way. No, I'll go the other way.
Because I face that way off.
Okay. Toes out. Yep.
Oh,
There you
that
go.
looks so
Perfect.
smooth.
One thing I didn't show on this video was us attaching the framework down to the platform. We drilled holes and screwed it all down so we could square it and adjust it, and then as we tack welded we could keep it from warping. So you see these guys grinding down right now. That was our tack, and we flipped it upside down and did the other side. So it was really great having a flat surface to work on, absolutely essential. I couldn't really clamp it, so screws were the best option. We timed ourselves putting down the sheeting on this section just as far as pop rivets and caulk, and it took us 16 minutes to put it all down. They were having a lot of fun. Tyler and Elijah did a great job keeping up today, cutting all these pieces and just moving fast. They were highly motivated for some reason today. I don't know what it was, but they just did a fantastic job. They are incredible people.
We're gonna call it a day. That was a good day. We successfully made this wall, and it's gonna fit. What do you guys think of the progress?
Pretty good?
Honestly, just pretty good. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Did it go fast or slower than you thought?
Went faster. A little while, but it was okay.
Well, we're good cutting. You guys all cutting and welding. We all cut. We all welded. Oh, you riveted. I didn't touch one.
Yeah. You did.
I didn't. I didn't
You
touch.
did. You touched one up there.
Oh yeah, I guess maybe I did. You're right. To build this wall and stand it up here so that we have room to build the next one down on this flat surface. We can screw it all down like we did, and I'm really glad that we did that because it would have been such a pain trying to drill holes and get these rivets in and caulk and get it square. And anyway, success. We'll catch you on the next video. We'll show you the next progress on how we're actually building the inner part of the walls and all the gasketing for this thing. All right.